Good evening, everyone. I am Aida. You've probably heard what is DNA. Essential Cell Biology book by Albert says that there is 2 meters of DNA in each cell. Amazing how 2 meters of DNA can be stored in a cell which is approximately 1 millimeter. How 2 meters of DNA can suit in me if I'm not 2 meters? Amazing. That's interesting, and that's why I'm crazy about biology. So, you should know what is DNA, and probably you can imagine it. But have you seen your DNA? Most of you, yes. I mean, biology students. But do you want to see your own DNA at home? I was introduced to the procedure of DNA extraction at modern biology laboratory classes. But then I found out at the lifescience.com site how to replace those not easily accessible lab ingredients by those that you can find at home. So today I'm going to give you the list of those ingredients from lifescience.com site, and I'm going to explain you step-by-step explanation of DNA extraction basing on laboratory manuals provided us by our professors. So let's start. If you are interested, you can take notes. You will need 4 ingredients. They are bottled water, liquid dish soap, table salt, and ice-cold alcohol. You will go through 4 steps. The first step, you will need to obtain source of DNA. The easiest and the most safe way to obtain your DNA is to get it from your cheek cells. You will need to choose the inside of your cheeks like this. Then you will need to fill your mouth with water and swish it around your mouth like this. Then you will then you will just collect this solution into the cup. So you will obtain the cup with the cells with your DNA in them. Here you go to the second step. You need to digest the cell walls and the lipids surrounding this DNA. When you meet the lipids, or roughly saying the fats, at your kitchen, what you usually use, ferry or liquid dish soap. The same logic is here. You add a little amount of liquid dish soap to your solution, and your DNA will release from the cells. But you will not still see it because it is invisible. DNA is invisible because it is dissolved in water. DNA is very soluble in water due to the negatively charged phosphate groups in the backbone of DNA. Positive poles of water molecules track to the negative charged backbone of DNA and dissolve it. So here you go to the third step. You need to precipitate your DNA. You need to make it visible. You need to break down this bond between the water molecules and between your DNA. For this, you add table salt or sodium chloride. Sodium cations will neutralize the negatively charged DNA backbone and will interrupt this bond between the DNA and the DNA, between the water molecules and the DNA. And the fourth step, in order to enhance the precipitation reaction, you need to add ice-cold alcohol, which creates great conditions for sodium cations to neutralize the DNA and to replace the water molecules. So that's all. 4 steps, 4 ingredients. The first step, bottled water to get your cheek cells. The second step, liquid dish soap to digest the cell walls and lipids. The third step, table salt to make your DNA visible. And the fourth step, ice-cold alcohol to enhance precipitation. This is the basics of DNA extraction process. This, what forensic scientists usually do, they break into the cell and then they break into the DNA. So, if you are interested and if you want to realize the process, please contact me.